kill me.
Hello everybody, Martial Arts Film Freak here, and I am doing another tier ranking. This time, Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White does not have quite as many starring films as Scott Adkins, which I did 2 weeks ago. Go watch that one. It's pretty good. Let me turn down the brightness on this computer real quick. And there we go. But he's got quite a few. He's got some great ones, and he's got some bad ones. And he's got some real bad ones, but there are some really great ones. He's been around for a while. He's been around since like the 90s. So let's get into it. Let's start ranking some Michael Jai White movies. Alright, so before we get started, I've got a couple changes just like I did with the Scott Adkins one. The top tier, where it's usually S, that's Dynamite. I'm sure you know why. It's great. Sudden death for the bottom, for the terrible ones. You'll see why. Clearly, those two are spoilers as to what movies are going to go into those sections. The rest, A, it's a genuinely very, very, very good movie, very even hinging on great, but, not quite Dynamite. B, pretty good fight scenes. I do enjoy it quite a bit. I've seen it a couple times. I'll watch it again. C, I'm probably not going to come back to it. I probably didn't like it very much. But let's get started with one that is not quite actually a martial arts movie, but hey, it stars Michael Jai White. Let's go with one of his first leading roles with Spawn. Spawn it's an alright movie, doesn't exactly hold up a lot. There's some cool effects, I like that cape. He looks cool, great suit. Can't wait to see a better movie with Spawn in it. I'm gonna go see. It's fine. I don't mind it. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna get very upset about that, and I apologize, but I don't apologize. Next up, Universal Soldier: The Return. Michael Jai White is the villain this time, and he's okay in it. It's not my favorite Universal Soldier movie, but then again, I'm not even the biggest Universal Soldier fan. It's also got Bill Goldberg in it. Good old Goldberg with his spear and jackknife. I don't remember what his finisher's called. I hate the guy. He's probably a good guy. I'm going to put, Universal Soldier: The Return. Let's put it in B. It's an alright movie, not my favorite. Next up, we had to wait quite a few years to get him to lead another huge martial arts movie, and that is Undisputed 2: Last Man Standing. This, of course, is the introduction of Yuri Boyka, as Scott Adkins as the bad guy there, and clearly Boyka is the highlight of that movie. However, Michael Jai White is quite good. I do enjoy him in the movie, and I do enjoy the movie. I'm going to put it in A. I've seen it quite a few times. I like it quite a bit, and I'll watch it again in the future. Of course, next up, the top layer, the top tier, is named for this movie. It is Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite is fantastic. Written by Michael Jai White. I don't know if he directed it, but it's just perfect. It's his love letter to blaxploitation martial arts films, the movies that got him into martial arts, the movies that made him want to be an actor, and it's incredible. It's Black Dynamite. It's hilarious. The fight scenes they're not great, but they're not meant to be great. They're supposed to be fun and funny and campy. He's like waving nunchucks around, and all of a sudden he throws the nunchucks away, hits the guy, and then catches the nunchucks again. He is in a fight with a guy, and something bursts through a window, and all of a sudden he just yells "I threw it before I came in." It's just so good. What is it? The perfect line. It's one of those lines that every time I think of it, I can't help but laugh about it. What is it? Black Dynamite saying, "I will stop anybody who sells drugs in the community," and then it cuts to the guy, and he's like, "Well, Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community."
I am declaring war on anybody who sells drugs in our community.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
It's just, oh god, that's a great movie. This movie's hilarious. Dynamite movie. He followed that up with Blood and Bone. Blood and Bone is a very good movie. It does have its problems. It is not the most fun to watch somebody just be dominant for an entire movie, but then again, that is what Ip Man is. Do I think this movie's as good as Ip Man? No. Do I think that this movie is Dynamite? Goddamn right I do. Blood and Bone is great. I like Blood and Bone a lot. It's probably Michael Jai White's best martial arts movie. It's just great. The fight scenes are fantastic. Michael Jai White looks brilliant. The reason people think Michael Jai White is the badass that he probably is because of Blood and Bone. He did follow that up with a terrible movie, a horrible movie. That is Never Back Down 2. Never Back Down 2 is atrocious. I don't like it. It's awful. He has a good moment in it, but the entirety of the movie is trash. Now, the next one is not a Michael Jai White movie per se. He is in it. He is one of the main characters in it. He's got a few fight scenes that I do remember being quite good, and that is Tactical Force with Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's not a great movie. I do remember enjoying it, and for that, I will at least put it in B. However, will I watch it again? Probably not. This next one, I remember working at a store that did movie rentals when this came out, and I saw it on the shelf. I saw it on the wall, and I looked at it, and I said, Android Cop. Nah. So I have not seen it. However, unlike the last one, where I pitied the movies that I hadn't seen and said, maybe I would put this in great, but maybe I would put it in terrible. I'm going to pity it just in case I put it in terrible. I've never seen it. I'm just not going to rank it. However, what I'm deciding on this one is I'm just going to look up the fight scenes, which I did before this, and if I enjoyed the fight scenes, I'll rank it depending on that. Did I enjoy the fight scenes in Android Cop? Well, not at all. They were awful. They were horrible. I didn't like them at all. Moving on to Falcon Rising. This tier list is already looking so much different than the last one. It's actually quite symmetrical, and that's quite nice. So, Falcon Rising. Falcon Rising is an okay movie. The fight scenes are decent. Michael Jai White has a few moments. However, something about his choreography in this, it's just so slow and plodding and choppy, and I don't understand why. Lateef Crowder is in this movie, and even Lateef Crowder, his final fight isn't very good. It's 3-on-1 against Michael Jai White. You don't need that. You don't need it at all. You have Lateef Crowder. He's your heavy. He's your bad guy. He's your bad guy's bodyguard. He's the final fight. But for some reason they do 3-on-1 against Michael Jai White, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't look very good. The movie is decent. I'll put it in B. I'll probably watch it again at some point, but it was quite a letdown. If they ever do a sequel, like they kind of hint at the end, I'll watch that sequel. Next up is Skin Trade, a movie where Michael Jai White, spoiler alert for this one, spoiler, don't, really, have you seen Skin Trade? Are you worried about the plot? Spoiler, ready? I'm about to say the spoiler. Michael Jai White's the bad guy. And you know what? He's good in it, he's decent, there is a good fight with Tony Jaa, however, Dolph Lundgren and Tony Jaa steal this movie. There is a fight between Tony Jaa and Dolph Lundgren that is wonderful, and the final fight against Michael Jai White turns out to just be a pretty good, better than good, almost great fight scene, but god dang, that Dolph Lundgren-Tony Jaa fight, ooh, it's a good one. I'm going to put this in A. I'm going to put it in A. I'll definitely come back to it. I did enjoy it quite a bit. Next up, Chain of Command, again, also with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Have I seen this movie? God, no. Did I watch the fight scenes online? Yes, I did, and they were quite dreadful. Didn't like them one bit. It is sudden death. Next up, though, Never Back Down 3. Did I think this movie would be good? Hell to the no. Was it good? Shockingly, yes. It is my favorite Never Back Down movie, which is not hard because 1 is trash and 2 is somehow worse than trash. So Never Back Down 3, I enjoyed quite a bit. I enjoyed a lot of the fight scenes. Big shocker. I think he was even directed by Never Back Down. Directed by Michael Jai White. I'm gonna go A. I liked it a lot. It is very good. It's not Dynamite. It's not perfect. But god dang, those are some good fight scenes. Next up is a movie called SWAT Under Siege. Does it have anything to do with that other SWAT movie? Probably not. But god, again, I haven't seen it, and I'm completely cool with not having seen it because I looked up the fight scenes, and those are some 90s television fight scenes. Actually, that's doing a disservice to stuff like Mortal Kombat Conquest and Martial Law. They're worse than 90s TV show fight scenes. This is sudden death. This was dreadful. The fight scenes that I watched. There's even one fight that's not even a Michael Jai White fight, where a guy is fighting a woman on a rooftop, and she sprints at him. He's on the edge of the roof. She sprints at him, and he just moves, and she runs off the edge. What was her plan? What was she going to do? Was she going to spear him off the edge and also die? Did she think it was Money in the Bank 2020 and she was going to live despite being thrown off a roof, a la Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black? I don't know, but it was bad. It sucked. And it's sudden death. Next up is a movie called Cops and Robbers. I tried to find fight scenes from this, and I couldn't. Does that mean it is a martial arts movie, or is it not a martial arts movie? I have no idea. I didn't look up the synopsis. I didn't look up anything. However, if I had to guess, sudden death. I hate to be mean. I hate to be cruel. But also, I just think it's kind of funny. Never seen it. Don't care to. Sudden death. Accident Man next up. Accident Man. Yes, Scott Adkins is the lead in this. I would even say that Michael Jai White is not the main bad guy. However, he is definitely a core character of the film. And Accident Man is dynamite. It's great. And I like Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White's fight isn't even like the best fight in the movie. There's a lot of really good fights. His fight in the movie with Ray Park and Scott Adkins is very, very good. But completely solid movie. Dynamite. Accident Man, it's great. Now The Hard Way with Luke Goss and Randy Couture. I have only ever seen what I'm guessing is the final fight between Randy Couture and Michael Jai White, and I must say, actually, I did quite enjoy that final fight. For that, I will put it in B, because I've never seen the movie. I did enjoy the one fight scene that I've seen, so it could be great. It could be A, it could be dynamite. However, if I watch it, I may never want to watch it again, or it could be sudden death and it could be the drizzling shits. So I will put it in B, because the one fight scene I have seen, I did quite enjoy. Two left, Triple Threat next. Triple Threat is a very good movie, just as I did with the Scott Adkins tier list. It is going in A. I will repeat what I said there. A lot of people had a problem with this movie, but really what their problem was is that it wasn't a top tier Dynamite S tier movie. A lot of people thought with the cast, with Michael Jai White, Scott Adkins, Michael Bisping, Tiger Chen, Iko Uwais, and Tony Jaa, that it was going to be one of the greatest movies they'd ever seen, and it wasn't. However, it was still a very, very great movie. Michael Jai White, a lot of people, though, believe that he probably has one of the worst fights in the movie, and I might agree. However, I do enjoy it quite a bit. Next up, Finalamar, whatever the fuck that means. Welcome to Sudden Death. From last year, this year, I don't remember, and I'd like to forget. Welcome to Sudden Death is, well, the bottom tier is named for this movie. I know that Sudden Death is the name of the Van Damme movie, but Welcome to Sudden Death is the sequel, or not a sequel. It's the next one, though, and it is dreadful. It's horrible. I hate it. It's awful. It's really bad. It's one of the worst movies I've maybe ever seen. That is sad to say. I like Michael Jai White, and I should have liked that movie, but it was horrible. If you are looking at this and thinking something is missing, it may be something like Undercover Brother 2. I didn't see it, and I don't want to see it, and I don't want to look up the fight scenes, because we all know that if we want Michael Jai White to be a blaxploitation character, we want him to be Black Dynamite. Alright, so let's count this up from the bottom to the top. Something, make it drop. So, starting in Sudden Death, in the very bottom tier, in movies that are absolutely dreadful, you have Never Back Down 2, Android Cop, Chain of Command, SWAT Under Siege, Cops and Robbers, and Welcome to Sudden Death. Thinking if I had to move any of these up, the answer is hell no. C, Spawn. It's a decent movie. I'm glad that I've seen it. I've probably seen it 2 or 3 times, and I never want to see it again. There are people that are definitely going to think it is a good movie, or even a very good movie. Are they wrong to think that? No. It's fine. I just never want to see it again. Do I want to move it up? No. B, Universal Soldier: The Return. Good movie. I'll probably watch it again someday. Tactical Force, Falcon Rising, and The Hard Way. Are any of those moving up? I'm pretty firm on B. All those are pretty middle-of-the-road, decent movies. Moving over to A, yes, Undisputed 2, Last Man Standing. That is a good place for that. Not quite an amazing movie like the following sequels 3 and 4 are, but still a very, very good movie. Skin Trade, great. Michael Jai White is not the highlight, but he is very good in it. Never Back Down 3, big surprise as to that one being good, but it's good. And then Triple Threat, genuinely great movie, not quite Dynamite. Dynamite, though, Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite's fantastic, probably one of the greatest comedies ever made. Blood and Bone and Accident Man. I am pretty good on all of those. I don't think anything is moving up or moving down. Pretty solid on it. But what are your thoughts? What did I get right or wrong? What is your favorite Michael Jai White movie? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Head over to Facebook, where there is the Martial Arts Film Freak Facebook page, Instagram Martial Arts Film Freak, Tristan_Glover on the Twitter, and Martial Arts Film Freak on TikTok, because every now and again, I try to act like I'm a cool kid. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.